Okay.
3, 2, 1. Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm TT.
I'm Gigi.
And I'm DD.
And this is the Oprah Rose Show.
And we're still in New York City
Mhm.
together.
Together.
Yay.
Forever and ever.
Hey, if y'all watching, what's up? Welcome, YouTube.
Again, y'all, we are in person paying for this motherfucking studio. So
Yeah.
get on that YouTube again. And like, rate, subscribe,
Please.
tell a friend, comment on anywhere you listen to your podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, the doll's life be lifing, and
Capitalism is capitalizing.
capitalism is capitalizing
Yeah.
all the time.
Sure is.
So please tap in.
Absolutely.
Not the.
I know. It's
It was like a.
I know. Listen, we've had I feel
It's
like we've had
aggressive.
a very quick 48 hours. I think last week we talked about. We did like Dee Dee's late night DJ set.
Oh my gosh,
We
I
did,
live. I work in nightlife now, which is interesting.
which is crazy.
It
Listen,
is.
life
Bizarre.
transitions.
So bizarre.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next day, y'all had no idea where we were. Shit, I didn't know where we was going either. And I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. We going to some concert, and you know, the dolls have lived in New York for eons.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, we're gonna get on the train, and everybody was like gasping, like,
The
the train.
train.
Oh, I was a new hoe.
Oh no.
She was in the basement talking about, no, I'm gonna get the Uber.
Yeah.
And I was
get it.
like, no, like the traffic is really bad right now, guys.
No.
We should probably check. She's like, no. And Daryl's like, I mean, I haven't been on the train in like 2 years, 3 years. And I was like, y'all, it's fine. We did not take the train.
I can tell you.
No,
February
absolutely
of
not.
2020, or no, excuse me, March of 2020 was the last time I was on the train, honey. And I want to keep it that way.
Y'all
May
know
she
that's
rest
right.
well.
Y'all know I be.
They make it when you got the coin.
Right. Y'all know I be on that iron horse sometimes. Going into the city, I have to. In the mornings, like certain places, I definitely. I'm still getting lost. Y'all know I've been in a new
gosh.
area
No,
for
What's
How
your
I don't
long?
live here no more is still like, girl, you got to connect at West 4th
It's.
and then get on the F.
I'm not used to the 2-3 still, and I don't take it.
And
a
that
lot
was
so
my
much.
train, but coming from uptown, the 2-3.
Yeah, I would be in Connecticut going uptown on the train. I'd be in
That
Connecticut.
3 at 135th.
Yeah, no. But again, we're back with a lovely guest.
Yes.
We're so excited. We ain't had guests in a while. He's giving back to that guest.
Oh,
I'm doing the fake nay
look
nay.
it
I don't know if I'm doing the
Right.
nay nay or the little.
Y'all moving
pot
on
smoke
up
I was
to
like,
the
what
east
is
side.
that?
We got a good guest this week.
Auntie.
This is my baby over here. I'm like, do
You
I
just
introduce?
met it.
I just met you, and I'm in love.
I love it.
I'm here for it all.
No, I'm introducing.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
G
I
got
gotta
it.
tell you, I'm in
Because
love.
this is my doll.
We fighting over you.
Y'all
We
better.
are. This is my doll. I was her orientation guide when she came to Clark Atlanta
Clark At-
University.
Listen.
That's how far we go back.
I love
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
you.
know
That's
it.
right. The Dom LA. Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
We gonna
Pull
give you a
over that
nickname
too
unless you
fast.
want to
Whoop,
give your
whoop.
real name.
Oh no, that's fine.
Big Dom.
Not the little one.
Yeah,
Right,
Big
not
Dom,
the little
right,
one.
exactly.
Okay.
I also love that the tiniest people always be like have big in front of their name.
No. And
Absolutely.
it's so funny because my friend who's like 6 foot something, his name is Luke. And I used to be like, yo, little Lukey. And he used to be like Big Dom. And we're like, he's like 6'5" or something. And I'm 5'1". So it came from a tall person.
From that, yeah,
I love that.
Every little person I know has always got like big in front, and it's
Right.
like you are 5'2". I mean, this is
Because the personality
mixed,
is
short,
big.
yeah.
Right, for
Right.
sure.
And I think who we met through Kelly. I think we met in Atlanta. I was in like my
Kelly.
first work trip to Atlanta, and I didn't know anybody, and I think. Somebody connected us. I don't know if it was Stacy. Somebody
Oh,
connected
because you
us.
from Baltimore.
Yeah.
But I thought we met through her.
No, it was like through Bundy.
So it's so funny because there was a picture that came up, a memory picture from
Okay.
us. It was like a BET weekend, and we was at a Duce party, and the
Okay.
three of us had took a picture.
Oh, I
And it
remember
was
that.
like, I don't
But I
know,
think that-
2016,
I
but we
remember
knew
that.
each other.
it was I met you
that-
through. I think I
It had to
literally
be Kelly, Stacy,
Yeah, it was
Lucas,
Stacy.
that whole little thing.
It was Stacy, I think,
Yeah.
and I was just like talking to her, and I'm like, I'm in Atlanta, like I don't know anybody, and I think she's like, my friend's almost there, y'all should connect. I'm like, all right, I was
Okay.
like, do you want to come to this event that I'm
Right.
doing?
I feel like, okay, now it's starting to come back.
And I was just randomly
probably.
like, hi, I'm Tiara. Do you want to
Yes.
meet? Like,
Cute.
hey, girl.
But that is so not 2023 because if somebody called me right now, I'm going to be like, who is this?
Who?
No,
Right.
hell no.
What's
You
your
be like,
page?
I'm
Your
Right,
busy.
literally.
Yeah. We're talking about probably pre-Instagram maybe or something.
Yeah.
This is when everybody
Very
had
early.
Everybody was putting Valencia filters over
Yes,
there.
yes.
So if it was
Yeah,
Instagram,
and
Using
your
the
food
Instagram
on your main
filters.
page.
exactly. You were just putting your
Facebook was still a thing.
Yep,
Yes.
it was
Facebook
then.
was
Yeah,
amazing.
and then I forgot that, and then I remember that picture actually.
Wow,
I remember
I
that
wanna see
event.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Damn.
I'm gonna pull it up. But yeah,
Yes.
It's giving old New
we'll
York.
insert that.
Or
But
straight
don't be
Sure,
calculating my
yes.
damn age because I'm young.
Okay.
Right.
You see the time
No
stamp
one
on
said
my
a year,
shirt?
baby. No one said a year.
She said a year.
I'm
I did.
like,
I referenced a year.
Wrong year.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, Dom, we were like, I think initially, what was this? You were in Ghana, right?
Yes.
Last year. Have you been? How many times have you been actually?
I've been to Ghana twice, 2 consecutive Decembers.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yes.
Are you going again this year?
It's crazy because Passport Bay called
She
me
said
and was like-
possibly.
he was like, "Are you coming to Ghana?" I said, "If you send me a flight, I'll be there."
It'll be there.
So we're gonna
Heard you.
manifest the Ghana trip. I
Okay.
wasn't planning on going personally, just because I'm like, I want to see something else. It's a fantastic time, but 3 years in a row is pushing it.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Especially when you know what to expect.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And my friends are my friends, so I'm
Yeah.
open to like spending a couple dollars to go somewhere else. However, sir,
If
right.
right.
He was in my DMs asking me to come back. You know
What's
what to
up?
do.
I'm dead. And I'm actually
Her.
going this year for Stacy's wedding.
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
I was supposed to
And,
go.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. Now it really
We have
is a
to
full
discuss 'cause
circle
we are supposed
moment.
to all go together.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, I'm not supposed to. I'm going. We
Yeah.
just I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
so
going.
you in the
I'm,
wedding.
I'm like, I'm in the wedding.
She in the
I gotta
wedding.
go.
But to be
She in the
fair, and I did tell Stacey I would go to her wedding. Her wedding is before like a lot of the
Everything.
Afrofuture
Yeah.
festivities. So I would be down to go for her wedding and then go to another country in Africa.
Uh-huh.
Because you're gonna do Afrofuture, you're gonna do so much partying. It is a fantastic festival. Shout out to Abdul and the team. But it's like party.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Party.
It don't
I can't
stop
do that.
until the sun come up. Well in the
Not
day,
even.
And
right?
it's something to do every day. And, you know, we are people of a certain age.
I'm like-
so I was tired. It's really hot. It's dry season. So your nose and throat is really scratchy. So I just want to prepare you guys for that. Like,
That's real.
get a
And she be losing
humidifier.
her voice.
Part of
Yeah.
me, you know, when I go
It's
out,
dirt.
late
It's like
at night,
dust.
Okay.
Part of me is thinking about coming back, doing the wedding, and coming back, or visiting another country, and then or I was gonna start someplace else because I have like a free international flight, and I was like, and they only go to Cape Town, so I'm like, maybe if I start
You
on
should-
there,
you should do that.
and then go there, and then I might. That's what I was like, I might leave. I don't know. I'm figuring it out.
So the thing about it that I've learned through my local Ghanaian people is like South Africa during New Year's is like a thing. I think it's Johannesburg. No. What's the other one? Johannesburg, Cape Town. It's another one. That's like a big city. What am I missing?
I don't
think.
That's where Whitney went for her second wedding. They weren't in Ghana for that time.
No.
They
Her
were in,
her man is South African.
Yeah, they were in. I can't remember where, but they were somewhere
It's
over there.
wherever the city part is, because my geography. So please, y'all don't.
We
quote me.
American.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
They know.
very
Listen,
They know.
I don't try to
They
be
know.
nothing that I am not.
Yeah,
And
very.
I'm
See, I ain't
that-
say a thing.
Me either. I was like,
I didn't even say nothing. I was like, Cape Town, J
Right,
Bird. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But whatever it is, there's like a thing. So local Ghanaian people, so the guy that I met while I was there, he ended up going to South Africa for a couple of days because like for New Year's Day, that's
Durban?
what they do. No, it's probably Johannesburg or
Okay.
whatever the big city
one of
is.
those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I will say this. If you're going that far, consider that it's going to be hot. Don't leave and go back to Europe because it'll be cold. Go to like another country in Africa. Go to Dubai. Go to somewhere because Dubai will be kind of mild. Go somewhere
Yeah.
where you don't have to pack 2 wardrobes.
True. If you
That's
go
what I
someplace
tell
else
people
cold.
to
Okay.
consider.
That's a good
Okay.
key.
That's good feedback.
That is.
Yeah, that's a
a
good
little
one.
travel key.
Yeah.
But I feel like during your travels, it was like, what is it, Passport Princess? And it was
Yes.
like, I was living. I was going through them stories like, oh my God.
Dang. It was
Yes.
but it was only you were only privy to this message or this content if you were in the green circle, honey.
Yes,
So
close friends.
it was
A
exclusive.
doll that makes use of her green circle.
Right.
Yeah.
And it
We
was
love
great
those.
content of being a Passport Princess. And I don't remember who it was, but me and G were talking. I'm like, we got to have Dom on the show because I'm standing this damn content. I'm
Yes.
like, all right. So what is obviously, I mean, we don't really know what a Passport Bro is. I'm still actually not all the way.
Well, a passport princess is not a passport, bro. I wanna
yeah, it's like a
make that
Passport Bro is
very
like they're
clear.
buying pussy, correct? Is that?
Or they're going to other countries for people to take care of them.
Yes.
That's what a Passport
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
I'm
They're
screaming.
going to like the Philippines or like all these countries where, you know, I mean, black men are how they are like the prize over there or whatever. I mean, they're the prize here too. So let me not do that.
Are
But
Yes.
Keep it careful. Now I can't let you talk about my booze like
I
that.
am a prize.
Come on now.
As a black man.
You one of the girls.
What Lori Harvey said, you
Yes.
are the prize.
Right, you are the prize.
So they're
You are the
going though
visuals.
with a different intention of like, you know, meeting women, letting
yeah.
women court them, letting women
I did
cater
not
to
know
them.
that.
It's more predatory, I feel like.
Yes.
Is it? If you had somebody,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like more of a passive role to me that I'm like, is it? Because if I was a nigga, I'd be like, this bitch want to take care of me.
I mean, say less.
I mean, listen, if anyone would like to take care of me,
Anyone.
my phone number is
Take me off the market. Take me off the map.
Right now,
Like,
period.
I'm trying
No,
to hit the
I'm
group chat. Tell them it's a wrap.
yeah.
Like, so what is a passport princess?
So a passport princess to me, and I just came up with that because I was like princess treatment, is just someone who is abroad dating and having a good time and really just letting people be nice to you with zero expectation. I do
Okay,
want to
right.
emphasize,
Right.
I don't leave these countries thinking this is my husband. Now, if it happens, cool.
Right.
But I have this thing, passport princess, vacation boyfriend. So vacation boyfriends are the domestic version of the international dating stories.
Okay.
Because living in California as a black woman who is established and like all the things, the black guys out there, they don't be wanting to date me. They want.
you're from-
I'm from
you
LA.
real
Because
LA.
I almost feel like we have to preface that
Yeah.
because I think I got into it with somebody from LA about this, right? And she's like, well, y'all just be in the same circles and everybody. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't not every, let me stop speaking in absolutes, but a lot of black women I know are like, the black men don't feel like, it doesn't seem like the black men want black women. And then you have to import or you have to come with your partner. Everybody I know in a relationship in LA that is black love, no Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson. Everybody I know that's black love came with their partner.
Yeah. And it's a really difficult city to like foster and nurture a relationship in. I think everybody there is using it like I'm trying to hustle or get in my bag. I also think like the local men in LA, like the black guys, they want to be taken care of. Y'all have seen Baby Boy. Y'all have heard all the songs about bitches ain't shit, but like there's a culture of like women taking care of their men or them living with their mom and stuff like that.
That's so funny
Wow.
because
Wow.
my line sister, another Dominique, she
Fines?
is from the
Bay.
Yeah, she's from the Bay and said that exact same thing, that
Yeah.
the baby boy thing is a real
It's a
thing and she
real
hates
thing.
men from California.
And see, again,
Yeah.
I love hearing it from someone who is from there because I think that's very different.
wow.
It was
Yeah.
written or produced by what's the name, Singleton, rest in
Right.
peace.
Yeah.
And he's
John,
from from California in LA specific. So you
Right.
know that's a real story.
Wow.
You know?
And which is, look, and I think it's a real story everywhere. There's always going to be, you know, we have talked so many times on the show about like women coddling men, how I said, I'm not gentle parent. If I have a boy, you're not being gentle parented because I'm going to punch you in your throat and I'm going to still listen and be like, yes, baby, you can cry. Now, what was wrong? But when
when you
gotta
hit
do
me,
both.
But wait,
that's
I
what's
gotta do
wrong.
both. Like I feel like I gotta do both because these men, I feel like are just men don't want a man like at
Yeah.
all.
That's not all men though. So I will
It's
say
definitely
there's an
not. I'm not
older
speaking absolute.
generation.
Yeah.
Like my mom had me a little bit younger, and I like actually meet guys who are like my parents' age. I'm like, sir, you know you old enough to be my dad. That generation of men who came out of like the 80s and early 90s actually do have black wives. They like girls
Yeah,
that wear
I believe
real
that.
hair.
Yeah.
They live locally. It is the generation that came after them that is
Wow.
like a little bit.
I wonder
just-
what the disconnect was.
Social media.
Social media, the
Yeah.
internet, and then the Kim Kardashian thing came up.
Yeah.
So then they wanted this like European body
Yeah.
type. And
Yeah.
the Latinas can easily assimilate to that.
Right.
So they get the pass because they still have
They
the
could go
straight
back and forth.
hair.
Yeah.
They still have the curvy body.
Right.
They
Yeah.
have the fair skin. So I will say that Passport Princess and Vacation Boyfriend started because every time I get on an airplane and my big toe hits the tarmac,
You
I
that
meet
bitch.
guys. I meet guys in any city outside of LA, from Atlanta, Chicago, Miami, top tier. Like I
Yeah.
always meet guys.
Miami.
I'm out here in Miami.
I've gone on so many dates in Miami.
I believe
like,
it.
Guys that I meet and they're like, yo, I'm gonna take you on a date.
Do you find that they're from Miami or
No.
just visiting?
They're visiting. So
Okay.
I met Chicago guys from Miami. First day I staying at the Mondrian, cutesy little hotel, mixy. He actually met my friend downstairs at the bar, but like just like drinking, not
Casually.
like. She was like, "Oh my god, you should be my friend." So they FaceTime me. I'm like looking crazy, getting ready. I'm like, "Girl, what did you calling me?" Go downstairs. We meet. kick it the whole weekend. We go on a dinner date, go to live. Like, we're still cool. He still be like, why you don't want to talk to me? Because you lied about having a girlfriend. But that's okay. You still in my
still
phone.
had a great time.
And you're still in my phone today. Like, I can call him right now. We have since kicked it several times. The last situationship I was in, he was actually from New York. He's Jamaican. Met him in Miami. We dated for a year.
Them New York Jamaicans,
Yeah.
child.
Oh, child. Ugh. And then the other guy that I met that I like spent my whole 20s falling in love with, we didn't meet in Miami. We actually met in Atlanta through my college roommate. But Miami was like the place that brought us.
You would
like,
meet up
together.
yeah. There is something I agree. I think like how I don't get hollered at in LA, like at all. Like you said, you go to any other city, you could. I was with men last week in Miami and they were like, how do you have 3 boyfriends? And I was like, well, y'all left me. Everybody left me, first of all. And so I think these men were like, you came here with 5 men.
Right.
They left you. And I'm just sitting there like, they literally gave me a stack of ones and I was like, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Like, what
you
are
met
we?
niggas.
Literally, he's like, well, you don't drink this? Okay, we going to the bar, we getting this. I started getting them drinks. I was like, well, they 3 tequila sodas then, please. Since y'all got bottles of shit we don't drink.
Why not?
And we had a great time and then left. That would never happen in Los Angeles.
No.
Ever.
It's not the culture. If you're going there to date, don't go there to like establish yourself in your career. If you're in entertainment, you're an influencer, you're in marketing, and then leave.
I think, but is it that though? Like, is it everyone moves there because they want to be somebody else? In my mind, at least.
Yeah, and I think
not. Obviously you're from there, but I think a lot of times people move there because they want more.
I think being from LA, I have a different purview because I encounter those people, but I don't really interact a lot. My circle is really of people that I grew up with or that are from LA or whatever. But then I also have amazing friends who are transplants. And I will say the reason why it's so hard to date in LA is there's just a lot of options. If you want me to be honest, there's a lot of beautiful women, a lot of beautiful women of all shapes and sizes. So whatever you're looking for is there. And I think that people are just easily blinded by lights. And like, you're like, oh, I can have this one, I can have that one. And they're going to sleep with you even if you got a girlfriend or a wife. And like, they trying to come up. So I just think it's the culture. But I'm not mad at it. I feel like LA has a lot to offer, just not in dating.
Yeah, I like LA, but I'm also one of them people T mentioned and was there for a relationship. I was single 365 days in LA and I didn't go on one date.
Yeah. See?
Granted, it was the pandemic, but I didn't go on one single date.
Mm-hmm. It's no, seriously, and even as we're talking about these LA men, I want to be clear. We do not mean every. There are definitely men in LA that do love black women that might be transplant. Like
they gonna listen and be like, they on there saying the LA men don't date.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be very, very clear that this is not an absolute. But from my opinion, what I have seen, I was in New Orleans and the women that were from LA, it was our first conversation. It's like, how did we? It's just like, oh, where are you from? And they're like, LA. And then, because it's New Orleans, there's so many men around.
Right.
I know one woman was like, it's some niggas out here. And they're older, right? And she worked at like Netflix. She's like, girl, I'm out here for work and there's some niggas. I live in LA. I gotta she was literally just.
Oh, I'm outside.
She couldn't even keep her eyes because it was like, and it was
so
a
great
men.
place to have a vacation boyfriend. I had one for 2 weeks when I was there, when I worked at Essex.
And it was a good experience.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's a great experience, but it's just, I will say that at least, like I said, from my opinion and like friends, I have not, again, had that experience in LA. Not absolute, but just saying, the girls do not be dating in LA.
Yeah, we're past LA. So anyways, bye.
Yeah.
We are. So now you are thinking about moving to New York.
Yeah, so I actually was going to move here in April, found an apartment, got it approved, and then like just some career changes were happening. So it just wasn't a good time like from a responsible financial perspective just because big girl got big girl bills and nothing about me is cheap. So I was like,
not the little one.
Okay.
The bills is big.
The bills is
everything.
big.
Ain't nothing about
Everything
me
is
cheap.
big. So, you got to be strategic. Like, I don't really like to make hasty decisions that I haven't thought through. But, New York, New Jersey is calling my name.
Okay.
I'm here for the summer. I just, I felt like God was telling me to move. I did a fast a couple of weeks ago and I heard him say loud and clear, like, it's time to just move somewhere or just move physically, like do something. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to rent an apartment. And since I've been here, I've had a fantastic time. I've met some great people. And I got to really invest in myself, just like taking meetings, doing stuff like this. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm excited. And we tried to do this in May when I was in Jamaica and I met another vacation boyfriend.
Wow. I'm dead. See, look, but God's timing.
Okay.
Right. Because actually, I want to get back to this fast. I love that you said that. How long was it? Because I've been trying to do the Daniel's fast, but I'm like, ooh, 21
That's
days.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it started off, let me tell you, it was only going to be for 7 days. And I was like, I just need to lock in, get some work done. I was like, I need to hear God. So for 7 days, I started on Juneteenth. And I purposely started on Juneteenth going into BET weekend because I knew I would be tested.
You really wanted a challenge.
Ooh,
Well, I just knew.
I'm like, wow.
And I'm learning a little bit about Islam. I am Christian, but like I just like to study things. And one of the things that I like about Islam is that it is a constant. So the world around you is always going to change. But basically, you got to stay solid. Like, so for me, I was like, this is where I really get to implement the discipline. Like, you can still be out and be social. I was drinking club soda with a lime and people thought I had a tequila soda. And I'm already turned. If the music good, it's up.
I'm up.
This was me last night.
Yeah.
Literally me last night.
So
club soda, please.
You know, people don't really like. I was like, oh, I'll take a little mocktail, but I did no sugar, no meat, no dairy, no social media. What else did I do? I don't really watch TV, so that I haven't turned the TV on. I can't even tell you the last time, so that wasn't a problem. My friend didn't know TV, and then I found myself like reading books, hearing myself, creating space to like think and like hear and process because I wasn't downloading so much information that wasn't even my damn business.
Right. And that's the root of fasting. Like my mom will always say, like, if you have a cup that's full, how do you make space for more? Like God is, you can't ask God to give you more if you don't make space for it. So fasting is like releasing all of the things that's occupying your time, downloading a lot of that information so that you can hear yourself and hear God speak through you.
And it was an investment in myself. So, like, I started working out more because I had time. I mean, you have time, but we always say we don't have time. That's bullshit. You have time. So I was like, okay, I put myself on a schedule. So I wasn't really missing anything. The food stuff only becomes challenging if you don't have things to eat. So, like,
you got to prepare.
If I wanted something sweet, eat some strawberries, eat some fruit, eat some watermelon. Like, there's a million things that are amazing for you that are sweet and can hit that craving. Where I got not in trouble, but where I felt like I was like, ooh, I like chips or crackers or things that crunch. So I was like, okay, cool. Now you eating trail mix and nuts because you got to get your crunch in, or like vegetables and hummus. So it really, really, really was a good jump start to just a better lifestyle and actually being able to hear God. Did it for 7 days. 7 days turned into 21 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
baby, that refrigerator was stacked.
and I was going to the farmer's market and I met a boo at the farmer's market. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to God.
Look at God.
You told me to fast and look.
Like, look at God.
I was going to the farmer's market to get like fresh fruit. I was having yellow watermelon. Stumbled upon a little, all the guys that like me be like 26, 27. I guess I give young and that's fine.
And it's also just, I feel like somebody was like, all the fine men are married or gay. And I was like, I mean, it's kind of given that. Like, it's, and they're also
share with
young.
us, Didi.
I'm sorry, y'all can take me out on dates.
Girl, bye.
Going through that first wave of divorce. So, maybe, opportunity to get an unclaimed or newly unclaimed
I actually
demand.
like
I just
who
said
get
this.
out of relationships and then want to date.
Yeah, I just said
I'm
this.
open to that.
Yeah.
The other,
They're probably the most fun people, I would imagine.
My preference.
but
They
I
have
think
different
that would be fun,
perspectives.
But I think if you are someone that is healed and out of a relationship and you've done the work, you know what you like and don't like, or what you're going to tolerate and not tolerate.
Yeah.
I don't mind it either. I think like a divorcee is probably great. A divorcee that is healed, no ready to love, like that nigga that had 4 kids and been divorced for 6 months. But like somebody that has done the work a little bit, I feel like they're probably great. Actually, I've never met them, but I'm like, I feel like
I know a lot of guys and girls, but guys specifically who are like out of long-term relationships or have been divorced, and I feel like if they decide they want to do it again, they like go all in and they're like, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And one thing about me, just holistically, friend, foe, whomever, I don't like people that don't know what they like and don't like. Like, you need to have a point of view. If you do not have a point of view, I am not for you.
No, it's
and you can
no.
be shaped into
Right.
anything. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to be able to stand 10 toes down and
On
whatever
whatever
that
it
is.
is.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, and I have such a like, and I will steamroll over you. And I low key don't respect it. Like, you not having a point of view. I'm going to talk to you crazy.
Yeah.
I could definitely never be with a man like that. That's,
Yeah.
no, I'm like, you pussy. Like, now I'm going to start calling you out your name.
That
Like,
was me.
She trying to fight. These
like,
are
yeah, I'm
fighting
literally
names.
Basically.
like, what? Like, I'm way too rah-rah for a man to kind of just be like, and like you said, even friendships, I couldn't do that. I couldn't even, like, you know,
Stand
there's
on
certain
what
friends.
you stand on.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Right.
Even if I'm wrong, like, I stand on what I stand
Yeah.
on. Like, one thing about me, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't hide from it. I have had conversations with friends. I'd be like, well, who are you talking to? Because I don't do assumptions.
Yeah.
And it's not personal.
Let's
Yeah.
know.
but
I'm just direct.
I don't
That's
have
my
time
very
for that.
direct
Like,
style.
I'm in a
Yes.
place in my life, like, are we going to be friends or are we not?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What we doing?
Right.
But
Do you think do men find that aggressive or is it just direct?
I think the ones that don't have like a point of view find it absolutely aggressive.
Which
I
is
will
why
say
I said
like
that. You gotta have
the New York
yeah.
Jamaican. Sorry if you see this, boo, because I had to tell you to your face. So I'm saying on this damn podcast. He was one of the ones that I felt like was like he said to me, he was like, "You think you're such a boss, baby? I am the shit."
We did the same thing.
You think
He
you
was
such a boss?
Right.
Yeah, I said
You're talking to a boss.
you're talking to a boss. And here's the thing. I have never really dealt with a guy that didn't pipe me up. So that's how I know that this is not what
You
it's-
might be threatened.
Yeah.
Mr.
Why you
CEO
trying to
is
put
what
it
my
down?
title
feel
says.
small
Weird.
so that
Yeah.
you could feel big.
Yes.
Right.
No.
And let me just let you know something. I had to read your rights. Like when I
Yeah.
say
Right
top
now.
to bottom, A to Z, no further questions, Your Honor.
So now
Period.
what's up?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
So,
love
anyways,
it.
and then he said something. I was like, you know what? I don't ever have to call your number again. Like ever. I thought we were at a place where we could be friends. He was like, no, I'll be back on the 14th. I'm gonna hit you when I get back
I'm
to New
dead.
York. Change your whole tone, baby.
Yeah,
Switch it up
that's
real quick.
tough. Ooh.
So, but then the guy that I actually met in Virginia like 2 weeks ago, and I actually like him. I told him I like him.
What was you
too.
doing in Virginia?
I went to DC for Broccoli City.
Okay, makes sense.
One of my high school friends.
Mind you, hold on, y'all. I gotta stop you.
Okay.
You look so cute. So literally,
you.
I'm there, and it was like 1,000 degrees that day, I think.
Okay.
So everybody's just like sweltering. I'm like, that girl looks so cute. And then I was like, duh. Like I literally was like, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so cute. Like,
Thank you.
And then I was like, hey girl, like,
Yeah.
hi, what are you doing?
Makeup running, looking
No.
hot and sweaty. And
It was
sticky, but
literally, it was
a
1,000 degrees. You look very cute for
Thank
it
you.
to be 1,000 degrees out that bitch.
But it's silk press.
Listen, that was me looking like James Brown 2 days ago.
Yes.
Like,
And didn't it rain, child?
Ooh, child, it was giving ghetto.
it did. I don't even.
Broccoli
I
Fest
think-
summons the rain.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does.
Broccoli Fest, I've
It's
seen
literally like
conversation.
an Indian rain, or we can't say a Native American rain dance.
Yeah, it's.
And
Every
I've
time
heard like a lot of my friends in the industry, y'all music, they were like, it's cursed. There's
It is.
always,
It is. I've
Yeah.
never
Every year.
been.
Every
I
year.
have probably. That's probably like my 5th Broccoli Fest. And yeah, it's rained every year, which is why most people people were telling them they have to take it back to May. The whole point of bringing it to June or whatever is so
That's
it
what I
didn't rain.
thought,
Right.
that it was for the rain.
And like it's
And it
it's
still
still
happened,
rain.
right?
Mm-mm. It's still bad. No.
It's been a rainy damn summer. It rained last night and the night
And
before.
well, they
It's
said
gonna
we're
rain every
past
day in
global
Atlanta, you
warming. I
said.
think they're calling it something new. It was
Global boiling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
global boiling.
Which
We
is
just
like,
talked about it. We just talked about it last episode. Like
Yeah.
it's so hot.
It's
like
hot.
it's so okay. So you were in Virginia.
I was in Virginia. I met a guy because I went to see my friend. And it's so crazy. God makes no mistakes. I was supposed to come here to like check into my apartment or whatever. And they wouldn't let me put my bags on the plane because, you know, the little 45-minute rule. I'm like, first of all, there's nobody in fucking Virginia. Put these bags on the plane. But anyway.
that part.
And
Not
so
saying the
whatever, I go
place.
back to my friend's house. We like she has a toddler. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's like, I need a drink. So we go to a cigar bar. They have hookah. I smoke a little hookah.
Ow.
She's smoking cigar. And like right when it's almost over, these guys come up to us and just like start making conversation. I'm still not tripping, whatever. He's like, well, let's go somewhere else and get another drink. I'm like, I'm in Virginia. I want to see something else. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
We end up going to get a drink, having a great time, exchanging numbers. He calls me while I'm here. The first time he calls me, this is how you know he a grown-ass man. He plans a date for us to go to D.C.
I
in
love it.
2 weeks. So now every time we talk, he's like, when we get to D.C.
In
when we
2
get-
weeks.
Oh,
he
wow.
has a plan.
Yeah. Well, in 2 weeks. So when I'm supposed to check out on the 18th in August. So that weekend, I'm going to go meet him in DC for our first date.
Wow.
That
I
he
love
plans.
this.
And he was like looking up hotels. He was like, is this okay for you? Because he know I'm bougie.
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
Period. You better know me.
and I mean, he was cute. He had a little suit on, drive a little Range, buying a house. I was like,
Okay.
Yes.
marry me now.
Right.
I love it.
I feel like that's the biggest thing is like dating is very hard where like no one knows where to go to like meet men.
Right.
What do you think is like the place to meet men?
Out of town.
Talking with my
She
rounds.
said when my foot touched the tarmac.
No, my toe.
Not even sorry, toe.
The
Yeah.
toe.
Touches the tarmac, the ramp, the something. It is like the Wi-Fi goes on or something.
That
It's
is
like Dom is
really
here.
crazy.
Radar.
That is okay. So cigar bars.
So Cigar Bars. And it's crazy because my friend in Virginia, she's from LA. She met her husband in LA at a bar, but he's from Virginia. She has since moved to Virginia. They have gotten married. I was in their wedding. They have their first kid. They just built a house. They're moving into their house. So when I go back, they'll be in their new house.
Beautiful.
And it's like a perfect story. And so I say all that to say that she was like, let's just go to the Cigar Bar. But I think you need to go to markets, first of all, that are undervalued. So the DMV area is a good one.
And that one, the girls in
okay.
DC say there's no men.
Well, the girls in DC probably don't date outside of DC.
Okay.
Virginia,
So you're like, yeah.
Maryland. Like, you got to just be. One, I'm going to say this too. I changed how I approach dating and just being open to everyone within reason.
Yeah.
Like, if you approach me and you have a good conversation, you look clean. Excuse me, the champagne has got me a little.
Me too.
It's giving me like burp.
Me, I keep. Do you see me keep going like this?
Yeah.
It's the bubbles. The
I am
bubbles.
a lady.
It's
What they say.
Every time I just be like,
Bubbling.
every time y'all see me go like this,
And I
it's
just
like
keep sipping it, child.
I know, and I keep. I'm literally so. I'm like so. Okay.
So
Anyway.
I'll say this too. My energy has changed. So I feel like I've been attracting. But I will say, I feel like when I'm out of town, I'm like my most happiest and I'm smiling and
She
I'm
thugging
cute
with your
and I'm
round.
Yeah.
like, you know, got my little vibe and like I think I attract. But since I've been in my workout bag, I've been meeting a lot of guys at the gym because they always want to help you work out. The problem with the gym niggas though, is gym men, is that they
Gym niggas.
No, gym niggas.
Gym niggas.
Gym niggas.
they be having girlfriends at home. They do. But then there's a few who don't. So you still got to keep your options open.
So is it a specific gym? Is it like Equinox, Caliber?
No, I go to the
or-
black gym in LA because I like to be around my people.
Okay.
And it's no shade, but some of the guys that I like will be at Equinox, but I need more.
Right, right.
And I think one of the things that I talked about on Close Friends when I started telling the Passport Princess stories is that as black women, we got to give ourselves more options.
I agree.
You know, like
1000%, yeah.
we get into like, oh, I met this guy. He got all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like he's the one. Men, what I have observed, they make you earn their trust. Like you don't get to know the real guy until like 6, 9, 12 months. And then you be like,
Yeah.
where did that come from?
They sending that
now
representative.
he's showing his real self.
Right.
But us, we are just naturally inclined to be like, yo, I like him. I'm going to focus on him. Even if you don't say that, you start fantasizing
Date
him.
until you are. Date. I cannot stress this enough. You must date. We gotta stop. Like you said this, and I did not mean to cut you off, but I hate when I hear that. It's like, oh, I'm talking to somebody, I'm not talking to somebody else. Is that your nigga?
Oh, hell no.
Like date
That's
until
what dating
never been
is.
her.
Yeah, until
And
until
I
we
tell
have
them
agreed.
I'm dating other people.
Yeah, you should. That's what dating
Absolutely.
is.
That's what dating
Right.
is. Until we have established that we are exclusive. This is why I
Right.
do think titles and boundaries are very, very important because we have both said these are our boundaries. This is how we are moving forward.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm dating everybody
Yeah.
until
Right.
then.
And I feel like women be so focused on trying to be chosen that they eliminate all of the other like possibilities
Right.
and,
Of it, yeah.
of
Well-
men because it's like, well, I want to be chosen by him, and it might be a turnoff if he sees that I'm dating other people. But I completely
it's like
disagree.
you don't
with
like a
that.
little competition.
Right.
They love the competition.
Love it.
But I also super, super emphasize too, I think people are worried about perception. If I'm dating a lot of people,
Yeah,
I'm a
too.
hoe.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I reiterate to them on Close Friends,
Hoes get chose,
Dude.
honey.
but I don't be having sex with them. Like
No, but
all
real
the
hoes
guys,
be getting chose. Right.
Right.
No, but
Hoes be
hoes,
getting
literally.
Yeah.
The real hoes
Hoes
be getting
be
chose all the
winning.
time.
Right.
I don't be having sex when I go on these guys. So I was posting all these things, and my homeboy was like, "I don't think I'm supposed to be in here." I said, "Well, I don't. If you pay attention, I'm only going on dates.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping with these guys.
Right.
I can't even tell you the last time I caught a new body. It's been a couple of years. I got some in rotation, but it ain't
Right.
a new one. You know
Nice.
what
You
I
got
mean?
your starting
Love
lineup.
it.
Wait, Don, what is your sign?
I'm a Taurus, May
Okay.
6th.
Okay.
But I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't called a new body in like 2, maybe 3 years. Like, it's been a while. So I will say,
Ooh,
like,
you better than me, child. I'll be out here.
yeah, no, because one of the
Especially
things,
the overseas dick. I used to love an overseas little
girl,
love
no,
affair.
but see, I don't know
Little
you. How much dick are you giving out?
It didn't matter.
It
It
don't matter.
But that's very
More
Taurus of
condom,
you.
honey.
'Cause
How
y'all-
much dick are you
y'all
giving
like
out?
really
That
like
is very
familial
Taurus
things.
of her.
And I feel like if I
Screaming.
had sex with everybody who wanted to have sex with me, you wouldn't even want this box. Because a nigga will have sex with you before they feed you. A man will
That's
sleep
very
with
true. For
you before they take you to dinner. They will invite you to their crib, Netflix and chill you, pour you a cocktail, and before
Yeah.
you know it, they humping.
Yeah.
Like, but you ask him to take you to
It's hot in here.
Carbone
Why you
or
got them pants
to
on?
McDonald's,
Right.
and it's like, oh, you hungry? Like, yes,
Yes,
nigga, I'm hungry.
I'm always hungry.
To
Actually.
be clear, my niggas was feeding me at the very least.
I mean, the Africa guy did have his chef cook for me because I was hungry. And he still haven't gotten none. So
I love this.
Period.
I feel like that was in the stories.
yeah.
The oh my God. I'm
So
dead.
when you're dating, like as a woman, are you like telling niggas like I'm also dating other niggas?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Virginia, we talked about the other day because we're going to DC.
Right.
We are going to sleep in the same room. And I told him, I was like, I'm not into casual sex. So
Right.
if we decide that we're going to be exclusive or in a situation,
You already know
bust
what's
it down,
up. Yeah.
baby.
This-
Like, but if that, we're going on a date and we are both grown, so we can
Right.
sleep in the bed. You
Yeah.
can even rub on some ass, suck a little
Yeah.
titty or something, but
Right.
That's it.
you ain't.
I love it. I love the
penetrating
transparency.
nothing.
I love
Right.
setting the boundary before.
And I'm dating
so
everybody.
you can make a
Right.
decision
Yeah.
on if you still want to take me
Yeah.
out in 2 weeks.
And if you don't, I'm
That's
gonna go
okay
to the
too.
Bahamas.
Right, that's
Right.
fine. Yeah,
Like,
that's
that's
fine.
cool.
You freed up my
Right.
weekend, and I will be going to the Bahamas.
That is
Period.
fine. I do wish younger me would have done that. You know, like 20 something would have been like that, just very transparent about
Yeah.
stuff. Because not that, and I was never the like, oh, we're dating, so I'm gonna cut off other niggas. But I think just being like very clear
That they know
and
that you're not
upfront.
the only one.
Yeah, then just
Yeah.
being like clear
Yeah.
in front of our boundaries. Like,
Right.
this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Kind of how I also think we need to condition these niggas a little bit more. So when you do get to
Agreed.
be, you know, whatever age, 30 plus, I think it changes in different cities, whether it be 30 plus, 35 plus. So then when you are dating, then when men hear these stipulations, it's not new to you.
Right.
Because we've been going through this since we was 20 something.
And
Well,
they're
it's
doing
not
what
new
we
to
allow.
them. It's not new to them. They date like that. It's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's new to
Yep.
us. To be clear, a man will have a serious rotation, and you might know, you might not know.
Yep.
And if Becky is doing something better, or he like her, you getting clipped, or
Yeah.
Yep.
he ain't like this, you getting clipped, and he not worried about it. He's still gonna look at your Instagram. He's still
Right.
gonna like
He
your
gonna
picture.
still like
your
He's
picture.
still gonna
Yep.
text you. You
Yep.
still clipped.
Right.
So like.
You don't even know.
Yeah,
You don't hear.
like if we adopted the same behaviors that they adopted, I still think we women, and you need to protect your body. I'm never going to advocate for people to be promiscuous. Do what you will, but like I just don't advocate for that. But I definitely advocate for letting these niggas know it's about 5 or 10 of y'all and who want the spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I
love
only got
it.
Wednesday at 6:30 available, and if you don't text me back in 30
I
seconds,
love that.
somebody
Yeah.
else gonna get it. Has
She
Wednesday
said-
at 6:30.
Okay.
I love that.
Listen, the calendar
I
is
love
booked.
that.
Yes, I'm actually not available until I get
I
back.
love it. I even love it. I think more than anything, also, I think the only things that we can control is how we present, right? And I think like, y'all know my situation is complicated, but you know, when I was like dating, it's like the energy, I never had a type. Like everybody knew I did not have a type. I was always attracted to energy. So it's like, if we have a really great conversation, do you make me laugh? Like how, if you made me laugh, that was my type. Like
Yeah.
someone that can make me laugh. It was like, oh, you in there. Like you in there. Like how are we in that space? But like, I never had a, like you had to be 6 foot tall and light
Yeah,
skin.
no.
Like, I think
me
when we
neither.
do that,
Yeah, you
we
limit.
limit
That's
ourselves
limiting.
so much.
Yeah.
And then you might settle for something that you actually don't even want because of
Right.
whatever it is.
What
like,
aesthetic you thought you
yeah, and it's
wanted.
like obviously everybody wants somebody that like makes good money, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not like I don't want to talk to a broke boy. Like I got things to, like you said, I got grown people bills, okay?
Big
Like
bills.
big bills. So of course some of these things should just be a given, but I want to like we got to get out of some of this. You know, he got to do this and that. I like I was out with some of my friends the other day and I was like, y'all some niggas in here. Y'all need to look alive. Like I'm looking like I said, y'all need to
As she
sit
pulled
here
these
talking
niggas
to
up,
me.
I was in my phone
Right.
like, she ain't talking about me.
No, I was looking like y'all need to look alive. It's some niggas in here. Y'all, stop talking to me. Do a lap. Run to the bathroom. Bump into a nigga. Do something.
I spent a lot of my 20s dating for aesthetics or comfort because just trauma and like, ooh, I don't really like to let people in. And then after I dated this last New York Jamaican, my whole list changed. When I say everything, because he was like fine, got the little car, got the little apartment, like he gonna put the drip on, like we outside, we look good. Thumbs down when it's time to go home. Like
it was giving 2 thumbs.
It was giving 2 thumbs down. And I hate to say this because he probably gonna hear this, but I really do like him as a person. So if you hear this, it's not that you're a bad person, it's just not a good person for me.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
And that's
okay.
That's
and
fine.
that's
okay.
Also, you probably have some work to do on yourself.
Facts. And when I looked at what I used to date for, he got a little money, he got the little aesthetic, he got this, all the things that I realized I wanted from him, I was like, scratch all that other shit. Where is this list of stuff that I was missing?
Yeah.
So my whole list of like how I approach dating has changed. And I will date a guy who doesn't have kids, but at this big age, I actually prefer to date a guy that has kids because how you parent tells me a lot about how you live your life holistically.
Yeah.
What you prioritize.
Yeah.
How you implement discipline. How you like just manage your time.
Yep.
How your emotional availability. Like there's so many things.
How
that
do you
I'm like,
express love?
Yeah, how do you
Yeah.
express love? So I actually prefer to date guys who have kids, and I'm like, okay, I
You
would have
get an
never said
idea.
that 2 years ago.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always hear the opposite.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my
It's always
goodness,
like,
what
I
a
don't want a man
nugget.
with
Yeah,
kids.
I like guys who have kids.
I've never heard that. Yeah, I like
Never.
Well,
Never.
it's also
But I
too-
see why though.
Yeah, it makes so
makes
much
sense.
sense.
And I don't want to have a lot of kids. So I
Right.
want I don't
I was about to
have
ask
siblings. So I want to have maybe 2 max. I'm okay with 1. But if he already has kids, we
Yeah.
still have a big family.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
I'm
that
okay
kind
with
of
that.
eliminates pressure off of you.
My womb.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gut and my body and the flat,
Right.
fat ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To be fair. To be fair.
Anyway, so I feel like we've had a nice little icebreaker, but we're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Oh.
Or this or that. So rabbit or a rose?
Are we talking sex toys?
Yes.
Well, not a rose from the ground and a ribbon. Not a damn. I can't even think of the. What's
It's
the rabbit?
still
I don't even know the rabbit.
The rabbit
is that the one that go like boom, boom,
Oh, no, I
yeah,
know like a
it
real
goes
rabbit,
inside,
like,
but then it has
from the
like the little rabbit
nursery
for
rhyme
the
books.
clit,
Yeah.
for the clit action.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with a rose. I do not like foreign objects in my body.
Same.
So it needs to be something with blood flowing through it, a finger or a penis.
She says something with blood with a
Because
vein.
it's warm. It's like I need you to feel me feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Fair.
Nothing cold than plastic.
New York or LA?
Ooh. Okay, so this season of my life, I'm gonna say New York.
Okay. Missionary or reverse cowgirl?
Baby, I got this ass back.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
see
Yeah, I used to have this thing on Twitter because I always been talking reckless. It was called the wave. You know, if a nigga hitting it right, the ass gonna wave.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
And
It's a,
does.
it's
I
a
like
little
that.
bounce back.
And I like that.
Oh, that's just me.
Yeah. And not
just
to
ocean,
overshare, but
honey.
you know, when the little balls hit the little, you be like,
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm screaming.
A
Yeah, I was
sound.
like,
I take too much.
A sound.
No.
no, look at me. Look
That
at me. I
is
was
a
like
sound.
this. Just
Yeah.
And does.
Yeah.
And I like, and I gained some weight. That motherfucker's a tsunami. Like,
Wow, okay.
that fucker
And when
was-
I get tired too, I be like, ooh, come on, because I could just take him out real quick.
They can't last with that
Now
ass.
that's your
I
finisher
love
move.
it.
Oh
I
my
see the finisher.
God. Starter and the finisher. Finish him.
Yes. Okay. Maya, Best of Me, part 1 or part 2?
Part 2 is with Jay-Z.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Jay-Z.
Okay. Nails or lashes?
Ooh.
I know it's tough.
Well, I'm going to go with nails because I can't do my own nails, but I can put a lash strip on.
Period.
Honey, face will be beat from the 99-cent store.
Okay.
Broke or not.
Instagram or TikTok?
Well, I personally, at this stage of my life, actually thoroughly enjoy TikTok, but I'm most engaged on Instagram. I just think it's my age. But I
Okay.
like TikTok a lot.
Right. You say you use it as a Google search engine.
And I just like it for like when I go to bed at night, most people watch TV. I'll just get my little laughs off on TikTok because you can go to stop so many ways.
I had to stop. I was looking at TikTok like a TV show.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It's entertainment.
I was on it for like an hour. I was like, what the fuck?
But Instagram helps me stay connected. But I'll be honest with you, I could do without it.
Yeah. I'm not like that attached.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
actually,
if they didn't have it, I think I'd be okay.
I would definitely be okay.
Yeah.
And I have one more to add. Fronto leaf or backwoods?
Come on now.
Oh, I'm gonna go with leaf. I'll smoke a backwood, but it kind of is a little harsh for me. I like papers.
Okay. An LA
so
girl.
Right.
Yeah, I just a classy girl.
Okay.
We converted our last guest.
We did.
To backwoods?
To backwoods.
Yeah, we did.
Are y'all about to convert me?
Yes,
we are.
Okay. Chris and me.
We are about to convert
Listen,
you.
I do want to say that marijuana is legal in California and in New York, so we're not breaking any rules.
It should
We
be
are
legal
converting the
everywhere.
girls one puff at a time. There are just
Oh, are you pregnant?
not. This is the announcement. Oh my god!
Wait, you're with child?
She has not talked about it on the show.
Please take the blunt out of your
Shout out to Dawn for the announcement.
Yeah, yes, girl, I'm not just fat.
Right.
It's funny because I was seeing people yesterday and they were like looking at my stomach, looking at me, looking at my stomach, and I was just like, whatever.
I'm screaming. I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Pass it over here, baby. It's all good.
Right. Not this was
real quick.
not G
I'm
Light in
trying
the
to take it all in. Okay, so wait.
Well, because you know I'm a smoker. I think everybody knows I'm a smoker.
Right,
so it's
but
like,
it's
if they
like
don't see,
she can't pull it.
If she not, how she just gonna light it and pass it to me without like smoking?
Well, y'all, the
No.
Overall Show is having another baby. That
Hey.
is now breaking news.
This is the clip right here.
Right.
Okay, so wait a minute. So, I mean, can we talk about it?
Yeah. We can
Okay,
talk
so
about it.
how
It's
far
giving
are
A$AP
we?
Rocky and Rihanna.
It is giving ASAP and Rihanna with him smoking on it. She right there.
So it's okay. Backwoods is fine.
I'm like, what? When this
We could have
airs,
that.
I'll be like, what,
Look at
15 weeks?
Okay.
You want it?
By the time this airs, I'll be like 15
Wow,
weeks. Yeah.
I'm so excited
second
for
trimester,
you.
Second baby.
Okay, and because you are actually getting married too, right? Planning a wedding.
Just pushed it back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we just doing like the course, so we have like our documentation, and then we're gonna do like the official.
Well, what's the
ceremony
rush in
sometime next year.
forever?
Right,
What?
like we are,
What?
we're totally fine. You know, it was just like, actually, he was like, no, we gonna go to the courthouse. He was looking it up and shit. So I was like, all right, boo, it's all good.
He said, you are not about to have another one of my babies, and your name is not
and
my name,
basically.
and that's fine.
Yeah, a man.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
dead.
Let me puff one for Janae and
Thank
her.
you.
Yes. We're gonna have a
Yes.
celebratory puff
She
for
misses
G and a baby. Right. And a new
Yes.
baby.
Okay, so wait, you know the sex already? Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
I'm having another girl.
Another girl.
This is breaking news. What
Yeah.
is it?
Jesse having a sister.
Yes, Jesse is having the doll
my
is having
God.
a sister. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so happy for y'all.
so happy.
That's really exciting.
I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. Because when you get so far along with the child, like where they're independent, they can use the bathroom by themselves, communicate, like all of those things. It's you be like, oh my God, I'm going back to diapers and crying and trying to
Yeah.
figure out why you crying. That's a little scary, but I'm excited to expand.
I love it. I can't
kids.
wait.
I'm
You
happy
really
for
love
you.
kids?
I love
Yeah.
kids.
Black
I've always
love.
loved kids.
Okay.
And I love being a mom. It's one of my favorite things to do, even though it's always fuck them kids.
Yeah.
But I love being a mom.
I always, look, I'm away from the mic. I keep going, I keep going back and forth of like,
Do you want kids?
like I'm really, and I'm kind of at that age where it's like we are not. Like I probably have a good year left, 2 years maybe, that I think I'm really gonna be like, fuck them kids. And I do, and especially being around my niece now,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like she has just bought so much. She's only like 3 months old. Somebody else told me her age the other day. I think I had it wrong. But I think it's, I don't know, 3 months old at this point, and just brought so much joy to
Yeah.
like our family, and my sister be on the go. The baby, my mother said the baby stay in a car seat because they be out.
Period.
My sister
That's
be like,
me.
I'm having my drink. Like the baby going to see Beyonce or is coming to LA to see Beyonce.
That's me. I'm a very
Right there.
adaptable.
That's what I said.
All the single ladies.
Yeah.
All the single.
We seen a little
literally.
baby at
We
the
saw baby
event.
at the
He had a little
concert.
headphones on, but he was out there with his parents.
And I literally said to you, I said, this is going to be, I'm going to be at festivals. Mother
Absolutely.
of Rappers will now actually have her own.
Yep.
And the little
Yeah.
baby going to have the little headphones on.
I mean, and that's important though
And,
too, because
yeah.
the sound is crazy at these shows. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was somewewhere and
Well, it's
somebody
not
had
even
a
that.
baby.
Someone having a baby at a festival is wild, but I'm gonna have my baby at the festival.
but-
Well, I've seen babies. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying her level of your level of access at the show is a little different. So you could have a baby there.
It's gonna be mad weed smoke. It's gonna be mad backwoods.
But
and
I
weed
also
smoke.
think it's important, and I was telling somebody this because my dating questions I always ask, especially because I like to date guys who have kids. Do you want more kids?
Yeah.
And typically, if they have kids, they're gonna give you an honest answer. I don't want no more kids.
Yeah.
Or I want some more kids. And I tell people I like to be outside in the sense that I have a very active life. I've gone to 3 concerts this week. Gonna go to another one tonight.
Come on now.
Like, I am very much about the brunch life, but I'm very much about like having a child who is in the know within reason. Like, I don't want to feel like I can't continue to do the things that bring me joy because I have this baby.
Yep.
Pop a bottle, give this nigga a bottle. Like,
we both, mama got a bottle. You
got a bottle.
For sure. Like, when I say
Absolutely.
hands down, and I think that is, and those are some of the conversations I think specifically with men that are so important. That are like,
I'm from LA.
Junior
pass me
smokers.
the hookah.
Yeah, literally.
Go ahead. I'm listening, queen.
that are just so important. Like you said, how do you parent? Like, if you think I'm gonna be the mama in the house, you got another thing coming. Me and the baby is gonna be out. We're gonna be out. Like, we're gonna be at concerts. We're gonna be out. I'll be like, get little Ray, please. Damn it, why is he over
Well,
there?
he back there with wardrobe because
Literally.
my homegirl, who's really close to my friend, is the stylist, and she wanted to play dress up. So, girl,
Go
I'm
back
about to be
there.
on the side stage. Text me if he start crying.
Exactly. That's it. It takes a village.
And it's important to like keep pouring into yourself because like your kids see that and they see like, oh, mommy didn't stop living, mommy still worked, she still supported her dreams. So you put in them that like anything is possible, you know.
Got it.
Because it's inspiring. It's
important.
like they're able to aspire to things that they would want to do too.
Yeah.
Because they see it in you.
But I think it's too, because I got my list when I started praying for my partner. The quiet square guys like me. And I don't know if it's because like I have a lot of energy and sometimes they feed off of that.
I've never met one of those.
But it's also very challenging because I do like to be outside. And when I say be outside, it's not like I want people in my face. I enjoy being entertained.
You're a
I was
social girl.
6 years old going to Benihana's on a Tuesday because we were hungry. That wasn't a birthday treat. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say like, I also find that a little bit challenging in the dating sector because it's like, I don't necessarily want to date somebody who's in my industry or in my friend group.
I was going to ask you that. Like, how do you feel about dating like within your industry?
It's not my preference. I have a lot of crushes on a lot of people that are in my industry though. And I'm very much a girl that's like, oh, I had a little crush on you. Once I meet you though, it's over.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like to bring my partner into my circle and go into their circle. But then when we separate, we have our circle.
Okay. And then it's just one.
Yeah. I don't do the like, well, you told such and such and such that we was beefing about this. That's not their business, you know?
Right.
And then it's like, but damn, who friend are they going to be? Like,
But I'm the person.
So I think I've preferred to like not date in my friend circle, but I'll go out on dates, but you can't be my nigga.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I heard
It's tough. I think I've just always, and I unfortunately, I guess I've kind of always dated within my circle, kind of, sort of. And it doesn't, it's easier, I think, in the sense that somebody gets it, right? That I never, whenever I have, I think, being like, oh, I got to go to this show tonight, or I have to do this. And the second you kind of like, look, what you were saying earlier, the second you kind of like play it, and look, it's not, it's how I pay my bills, but I'm not saving lives. But the second you try to downplay it, and it's like, oh, you just having fun. I've heard that so many times. The second I hear that, we're done. You're clipped.
Yeah.
The second I hear you're just having fun, it's like, do you think I
This
want to
is fun.
be doing
You think
this?
I consider this fun? Clearly, you don't know me.
You don't know
Clearly.
me.
You gotta know
I
your
think that
audience.
is the only upside, I think, of previously kind of dating within it, or people that are attached to it, not necessarily in it, but like I like the outskirts people that is like, okay, you get it. Oh, we actually at the same festival. Amazing. This is great. Like, who knew?
Shit, it makes it easier. Shit, just like a date.
It's like a date.
I like people who kind of are like, oh, let me see what you do. Like, I dated guys and they like, I know you work in the industry, but I don't really know what you do on a day to day. And I'm okay with that. Because then it's like, oh, baby, you want to go to the Super Bowl? Like, it's in LA.
it's
Like,
Right.
okay,
It's like nothing. Right.
Yeah. Or, babe, you want to go see Drake on Friday? Okay, like, you know, or come with me to this event. Like, I like the kind of like not trying to be seen. Sometimes when I deal with guys that are in our circle, I'm like, are we competing for the camera? Or
and that
That's
can't
fair.
do. Yeah,
There can only be one star,
and I think, and you definitely have to you have to go in and out, right? Like it's I think you really know, Dee, like, and you and Six's Poppy kind of essentially don't, like, he does not work in entertainment.
No.
You know,
Oh, you got a
but he's
man?
still
Yeah, I
like
do.
Got a
like
man
seven.
that I
How many?
Yes.
Seven.
It'll
They're like
be-
a whole internet thing. Like it's
Not
literally
an internet thing.
Yeah,
Oh my
they're
God,
whole-
Dee,
Wait,
I
was the
gotta see
thing
this.
before
they're whole,
the
no, they're
internet?
like, no, people like, I'm surprised y'all haven't been like solicited to like, or have you,
To do what?
to like be in a thruple and a threesome?
yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're like
I'm
a
sure that's
perfect-
normal
Yeah, that is
for
a-
them
that
because
is
y'all
definitely a
both
thing.
fine.
They're both fine, like fine.
So you wouldn't be interested in a throuple?
No, I need all my man's attention. I can't like no.
I love that for
Yeah,
you.
nah. Like I need all his attention. But I think the thing about we're in two different industries.
Yeah.
So what Dom is saying is like, oh, let's go to this show real quick, or let's do this.
That's you.
That's me. Like
Yeah.
let's go. He's always gonna be with me. If I
Yeah.
go to a show, somebody invite us out, like let's just do this together. Cause like I said, it's almost like a date because
Yeah.
of that, you know? But yeah, it's fun.
What industry is your man in? I'm just curious.
He's in fashion. He
Oh,
has his
okay.
own clothing line. Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to know who he is, but we're gonna offline.
Yeah.
The way you said that, I was like,
He's
no.
in fashion. He got his line.
that's cute.
I wish I had it on. If I had it on, I'd be like, this is the piece. That
okay,
would've been
but
the-
we're
the
not
next
marketing nobody
segue.
else's pieces. But
Yes, but 6 Poppy.
Yeah,
Period.
you and y'all are amazing.
Yeah.
So we were having this conversation offline about just kind of like romantic fantasies and perfection and what does that look like? And we were like, well, let's talk about this, you know, because I think,
I
like I
love to
said, I'm
fantasize.
complicated. Y'all both are engaged. You've been in a 7-year relationship, so we're all. I mean, not completely different stages, but different stages, and then obviously like you're dating. So it's how do you view the romantic fantasy? And this is a quote that we were looking at on Twitter. And it's the greatest myth in culture is a romantic love will complete us and make us happy. This isn't a partner's role. And the tweet kind of goes into all these things on, I think sometimes we do look for somebody to complete us. And it's like, that's probably, without answering the question, like the number one thing that you could do wrong. But I think like, how do you keep your identity, I think, and then still in dating still and looking for your partner?
Ooh, so my friend, shout out to Senya. She went to Spelman. She said something to me, and I was like going through emotion about this person, and she was like, "Your partner is not supposed to be your everything. That's what you have a tribe for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a friend that you go to for fashion. You got a friend that you go to to talk about your mother. You got a friend you go to talk about your partner. Your partner is like a piece of this larger pie that makes up you. So for me, I've at this big age and having been dating for a while and now intentionally dating, I'm starting to figure out what I want to receive from my partner to complete the pie, not complete the person.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes,
It makes
total sense.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all collectively agreed about that as like, you have to be your own person.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way that you can give yourself to somebody in this relationship and y'all not come as like different. Like, I don't want to assimilate to who you are or who I am. Like, you should have your own different lives. And the tribe is important.
Yeah.
I think you can merge those tribes too. But, you know, if I want to hang with my girls, I'm going to hang with my girls. And it's, you know, you got to have that.
Go
that
with your
moment.
friends, please. Now.
And I think
Yeah.
not
Right.
having, I have a friend going through this right now. She was out of a relationship, gotten a new one, and he doesn't really have a lot of friends. And she's like, I love you, but like, I'm also just got out of a relationship and I want to be together, but like, you gotta have your own life. And I mean,
do.
we were
Have
just
to.
talking about this. Like, it's so difficult. It's not even about us not spending time together. You you go do your thing, like you said, because it's not, I think that's what was sold to us, right? Your partner will complete you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
It's a
I
lie.
love that. It's a piece of your overarching pie. Like, no one's gonna be your everything.
it's
And
like
you
a slice
should
of
want
pizza.
them. Yeah.
That's it. Like, Mary J. Blige lied. Like, you are everything and everything is you.
She was talking to God. See, y'all
That's
took that.
right. That was supposed to be a
Y'all
gospel
took that
song.
she was talking about a man. That is a gospel.
That was
Okay.
supposed to be a gospel song.
Yeah,
You
I
are
mean,
so
she was
right.
out there. She was in the world and the
Yeah,
universe with those
yeah.
beautiful colors.
I
Yeah, it was
mean,
giving
Lauren
God.
Hill
was
wrote
giving
it, I think.
celestial.
That Hype Williams video.
Hype Williams video,
amazing.
Lauryn Hill written like
And
a
this was
song.
before drones,
Yeah.
where they had to have a camera and a helicopter
Wow.
circle around.
Okay, real tip.
Oh, wow. You better know your
so when
history
you watch the
of production.
video, you can see on the mountains the helicopter going around. And
wow.
it's like beautiful, beautifully shot.
Oh, I'm going to go watch that. Thank you
Please.
so
Yes.
much.
Such an inspiring
Yeah, go
song,
look back at it. And
too.
because they have there's like black sand and everything.
Yeah.
I remember that video. She had the yellow.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
video. The little bendy, like, love that video.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
You see how people take stuff and make it whatever they want it to be.
Right, right. All of that to say, right.
My darling, only you.
I think Misa styled that too.
Did she?
I
Wow,
think
we're
so.
getting all in there. Probably.
I think so.
Love
That's
it.
about right.
Well, what would you tell your younger self?
Ooh, I would tell my younger self to trust my instincts. I think that like I spent a long time questioning things that I knew to be true in my heart. And if I had just listened to the small voice in my head, because that's how God communicates with you. So like as a woman, you wake up out your sleep, you get that gut feeling, you be like, nah.
Yeah.
Trust it. Now, you don't got to go wreak havoc and, create chaos within your relationship. But just trust those things. Keep your possibilities open. And I've adopted this principle that, like, everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, my friends are like, you're so positive. I'm like, look, everything's going to work out. Like, it always does. Like, I have never been in a situation when I just relax. It's like, oh my God, the shit works. It's when I start to panic and try to solve all the problems that I'm not supposed to be solving. I like drive myself crazy. So I say all that to bring it full circle to say I would tell my younger self to trust your instincts, like listen to that little voice.
Yes.
Stay in tune with God or whatever higher power, because that is your like nucleus. Like that's what avatar. That's what connects you to the earth. Like, so just lock in and just like trust yourself.
I love that. I love that
Girl,
so much.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a hug for that
I gotta like that one. Like
So
that.
many nuggets.
I even gotta take it a step to like
Such an earth
career
sign.
wise. Like
Such an earth sign.
Yeah, such an earth sign. Very grounded.
Yes, grounded.
Very grounded.
Grounded.
So grounded.
Real nigga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I love it because even in work, right? I think personally, like the other day was something going on, and I was like, "We all right." I was like, "Well, God got me." I mean, and if he don't, no, not
Say
even
it
if
every
he don't,
day.
because he always does.
He
I was
always
like, if I said
does.
if it don't work out, it will still be
It's
fine.
still working
Still be
out.
fine.
What if
Yeah.
and he like somebody was, and I was like, "Oh, I cannot receive this energy even."
Yep.
Because it's all, and I mean, that's why I'm like
It's
personally,
transferable,
professionally,
and people will try
to.
They'll try to push their energy on you because they see that you're not panicking.
Right. And then, but like you said, when you can't be clear headed and you're panicking, you make horrible decisions.
Yep. You miss something.
You miss something.
You
Where I just always
overthink
be
it.
like,
You overread it. You're like, wait, what did it mean this or mean that? When you first saw it, felt it, experienced it, what did you feel?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then you let all these outside influences tell you that it's something else. And you're like, no, I know that is a black jar right there. Like they're like, no, well, from this side it looks blue. No. You know what I mean? And you start to shift. I'm like, I can't do that. And like, I was raised in an environment, there was a lot of trauma. Like my father was in prison my entire life. I was raised by a single mom, a single grandma. I've never seen like, I've seen people be married in a house because my uncle and auntie, they celebrated over 50 years. But like living in it, I was always influenced by the women around me. And unfortunately, like my lived experience is different than my grandma's lived experience or my mom's lived experience. So I'm like, damn, I don't even like this food because my mom said she didn't like it, not because I didn't like it. And it's not her fault. You know what I mean? So I think that like I was raised in an environment where it's super supportive, but I should have been a little bit more, what is the word? I should have thought for myself a little bit more. I was easily influenced.
Yeah.
And I that's what I wish I could do over. But love my family.
Also.
Yeah.
I mean, women are also just, I feel like, just inherently taught to like, be good.
Yeah,
Don't
be
do
kind.
that.
Right.
Be kind.
Don't out. Yeah.
Or
act out.
because there was trauma in our lives, we were taught that things weren't going to work out in our favor.
Ooh, that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My family like experienced a lot of trauma in different areas, right? It's the LA crack epidemic. That has a big implication on my family, from my father being arrested to close members of my family being addicted to drugs my entire life, you know?
Right.
So I say all that to say, like, you're naturally in a place where you're like survival mode and you're just hoping shit works out. You're not believing. You're just like,
hoping.
Ooh, this gotta work, you know?
You don't even get what you pray for.
But I don't even
You
think
get what you believe.
the strength in that, right? The strength in, because like you said, like being from Baltimore, which is heavily affected by like heroin and crack, to see the difference in my family members who have been like, I don't even know what better looks like, but I'm just gonna hope. I'm gonna just try. I don't know.
Right.
To the ones that have not, that is such a big thing. That's not like a passive thing, you know, to just be like, I'm trying and hoping is very, very
I had
active.
a great mom. And what I will say is that my mom made sure that I never went to school in my community. So she found programs. I was in a magnet program. I got on a school bus, elementary, middle school, high school. So I was exposed to the things that my mom wasn't exposed to. My mom almost didn't graduate high school.
She was intentional about you.
Yeah. My grandma had my mom at 18. My mom had me at 20. I'm supposed to be having a baby at 22 if you want to just play the numbers game.
Same.
Right.
My mother had 2 children by my mother's like, I had 2 children by 31 or something.
Yeah.
When you think about it,
same. My mama had all her 5 kids by 31.
You had all your kids.
My mom by 30.
Yeah, with no father in the household, a lot of those households. So it's like you figuring it out. We surviving. We trying to just make it work. So in short, it just like really going through therapy and just like healing from some of those traumas. Not having a father is a big deal. Having a father incarcerated is a 10 times more big deal because now the person, when you get to meet them, is institutionalized. Whole nother episode. But I say all that to say, going through therapy, I had to learn that like, if I believe it's going to work, it's going to work. Don't be influenced by shit. Go and put one foot in front of the other. That's why I'm here. Like, just go. Just go. Yeah. If you got the money in your account, go. What are you trying to save it for? Like, go, you know?
It's global boiling. Might as well spend it.
And it's like, just like the idea of like, why not now?
I
hate to equate it to something so simple, but like, I remember I was going through my closet and I was like, why don't I wear this shirt? Like, what am I saving it for? Like, it's literally like, the time is now.
We talked about that. Remember I said that?
Don't say
I'll wake up the 42. I was like, what did you drink? He's like, I drank the Espolon. And I was like, child, that 42 is down there. Let's drink that.
But it's like, you save these things in your life to be like, I'm going to wait for that. Or I'm going to do that later. And I want to hold on to it. It's like, no, like, why not do these things now and just step out there?
Yeah. And that's like, it's so funny you said that because I used to be like, I'll wear that later. Every day I tell my friend
of holding
now
some shit.
I'm like, my other friend, she was always like, girl, wear that shit right
Put
now.
That shit on. Put that shit
and I
on.
put it on, and then I get more shit, or I'm feeling hella cute now. I'm meeting more people, and then wearing it. And then now I'm like, dang, I didn't learn how to remix this whole closet because you can't tell me this shirt and these jeans ain't 35,000 years old.
Yeah, right.
Like, but I would never know. Yeah, put them together that way. So
I love that. No, I love that.
Yeah.
And what do you know for sure?
I know for sure God is real.
Yes.
I know for sure God is real. I hate to get fake deep. But I know because some stuff you just can't explain. That's why I go back to if you trust him, you're going to be straight. Like, I know that for sure. Like I said, I had a lot of trauma. So healing and really leaning into my spirituality has helped me. I know that when you work hard, hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, like I know that like you can have or I can have whatever I want because I'm willing to put the work in as long as I have breath in my body and as long as I implement discipline. I know that discipline yields results. I don't care if you baking a cake
every time
or you building a car.
See, I'm like,
or you working out.
I was getting water like.
Like
I'm not even trying to preach. I just really live like that. I really live like that. And
I think she is though.
Yes.
There is something in here that it might not be a like a church,
a pulpit.
Yeah,
there's a voice.
It's something. It's something. It's definitely
you gotta
something
pour that,
here.
baby. Like literally, like I want to fast for 21 days.
Oh, I was
okay.
When you talk about like hearing God and like giving yourself space for that, because I think G, you even alluded to like your cup being full.
Yes,
and if the cup is full, like how you gonna put some more into the cup?
Yeah.
Like sometimes we got to take a step back and really like hear that voice. So thank you for that.
Let me tell you something. Past 45 minutes. I'm like, so what day am I gonna start?
Well, I don't know if I can start with 21.
I think I have to.
She started
but you
with
don't
7.
have to start with 21.
Yeah.
I think that like, here's another thing too. Sorry, we got to give ourselves grace. We are humans who live in a world that is not always designed to support us. You get what I'm saying? So the perfectionism is what's holding us back. That's not what's sending us forward.
I had this conversation with Stacey actually. I have a note in my phone that I just found this week about the Daniel fast. And she does it every year, but she does the full 21 days. And I was like, that's too much for me. She's like, if you have to start with 3, start with 3.
Yeah.
Start with 5. And she said that to me. I think I kept looking for like, I have to do 21 days and da-da-da. And she's like, no, if you can't commit to that or you can't but you just have to be intentful. Like, don't half-ass it.
But I'm going to give you one even better.
Stop.
Before you have even tried, you told yourself you couldn't do it.
That part.
You just said out your mouth,
yeah,
I can't do it for 21 days. You have not tried to do it for 21 days. You have not tried to say, I'm going to do it for 21 hours. 21 minutes.
Yeah, damn.
Start there.
Okay.
So you already set yourself up at a deficit.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
Pastor Dom.
Yeah.
Dom.
No.
We gonna call Pastor Dom. I don't know, deaconess.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just
whatever.
But I'm only saying this, and this is not to like call or point or nothing. It's just that's how I used to think.
Yeah.
And my best friend says,
like I'm not. I need. No,
you have
right.
not because you asked not. That's what her mom used to say.
I was supposed to say, and my mother tells me that all the time.
Your words are so powerful.
They're so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. I'll give you a perfect example. I randomly took a trip to the Jamaica trip that I went on for my birthday. I was going to have a party. I'm turning 35. I want a party. And I was like, if I don't have a party or if I don't move, I'm going to just go on a trip. I did not know I was going on that trip. That trip was planned 7 days before I went on the trip because it all just worked out that like my friend was going with her friend. And then when they leave, she was going to stay. And then I was going to come and I was going to join. Everything, we went to Paris in March on accident. I was looking for an orange sweatsuit. Where do we go? We go to Kith. I found an orange sweatsuit. I'm just telling you small things. Yeah. I said, I want some pink shoes. She was like, what is up with you in pink? We go to another store. I found these pink Attico shoes. Cannot wait to put them shoes on. Then we go to the Chris Brown show. We thought we missed our friend DJing because he opened the show. I said, watch, he gonna come back out. Watch, they probably gonna have him do an intermission. Everything to the smallest. That sound like petty things that I was saying.
You gotta acknowledge those little
it was
things.
coming
and you weren't worried about if it was going to happen or not.
I'm not connected to the outcome.
Right.
That's why Passport Princess is so much
You ain't
fun.
worried about anything that come with it. It's like it's going to happen.
Everybody's like, you don't meet these guys. Y'all don't fall in love. I have never, correction. In the new era of Dom and the healed version of me, I am never connected to the outcome. Yes. This podcast, we put it out. If it do numbers, cool. If it don't, I was so excited to come here and talk to y'all. This was fun for me. I took the train. You know what I mean?
And you got a new fan.
Thank you. But it just meant more to me. And then like meeting guys and going out or even going to concerts. I didn't have a ticket to go see Drake. I just knew I was going to go see Drake. When I say it worked out immaculately, the most seamless concert experience I have ever had in New York, of all places. It is really about the mindset. It is really about the language. It is really about the discipline and the belief. There is nothing that we can't do. Beyonce believed she was going to be Beyonce.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I believe I'm going to be this fine-ass lady traveling the world with a yacht in France and a fine-ass husband and 2 babies and a nanny and a chef.
Come on now.
How much I want to bet that shit gonna happen?
It's happening.
Absolutely.
It's happening.
And anybody who knows me knows that is my story.
Yeah.
I repeat it. I say it.
absolutely.
Y'all are welcome to come on the yacht. I will host the Oprah Rose Show.
Yes.
When you park at Nice,
We pulling
I'm
out
coming. Right, I'm gonna meet you in Nice.
Welcome. You guys are welcome to come. We will host you. And that's just what it's and so it is.
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
So it was.
I can't wait for next summer.
Pastor Princess.
Passport Princess. Yeah.
The biggest.
Don't do that because there's a lot of people study to be a pastor. I'm just a real one.
I love
The
it.
biggest.
Yes.
The biggest.
Okay, the biggest. So it made me think when you said something, it made me think about this quote that I just retweeted from, I actually know Nikki. She lives in New York, writer, but so Nikki, and actually shout out to Nikki because she let Nikki McGlaster. Shout out to
Nikki. I know that name. She was a journalist.
Yeah,
or she
exactly.
is a journalist.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Nikki, she said yesterday, she said, I'm not super attached to much anymore. Life is gonna life. To constantly resist that truth would be nuts. Very simple, obviously, but like for me, I took that. It would be nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Madness.
it's always going to change. Everything around us is going to change. And y'all know my number one word that they'll always be like, well, bitch, did you surrender yet? And it's like, I'm constantly, surrender has been my word for like 10 years.
I feel like you've been doing better this year. I want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Give my
You've
sister
been
her
doing
flowers.
it. You've been doing it.
I appreciate it. Because I'm a control freak. So it's very difficult for me to like go and like just be like, you know what, whatever happens.
Sorry, this is not therapy
I think
session.
I'm control. I am, attached. I'm still working through it, but very attached to the outcomes. And I think I don't like surprises. I usually know how to deal with things that come up, but things that are just like, I look at it as something like, I could have caught that. That I knew that shouldn't have happened. Again, a lot of control issues, very type A. It's ridiculous.
So it's more of like you do a lot of retrospect thinking of like what the outcome was and how you could have changed it.
Or not, no, and I don't really, that's the craziest part now that you say that.
Yeah.
If it happened, I'd be like, God damn. Well, you know what? I sure was
Are you
fucked up.
I told you so person though? Like if it happened, like I knew that was going to happen.
Right.
Not really. Sir, if I said it, right? Like something literally happened 2 weeks ago that I was like, this is probably a bad idea. It wasn't even like, I told you and I'm happy to be right. It was just like, why are we dealing with this when we could kind of see it more so? Again, it felt like I was like, this is stupid. Like, this is really dumb. Like, this is something that we all should have seen the writing on the wall. No one wanted to listen, but now it's like, all right, let's just not let it happen again. That's more so my thing. Let's not let the dumb shit, because there's so much dumb shit that happens. Let's just minimize all of the other extra like shit. Because I just want to, when we saw that lady last night, I told her, I was like, girl, I'm living the dream and shaking ass. I just all I want to do. I want to just have a ball.
I love that.
Living the dream, and living the dream means working very, very hard and shaking ass.
Wait, your dream is to work hard?
No.
Oh.
That means, that's my joke. With like, I'll get on a Zoom and be like, everybody's like, oh, how you doing? I'm like, living the dream. And what I mean is just like, that's my way of just being like,
that over your
let's
life.
go. Like, let's get this over and done with. Like, I'm actually very tired. Like, that is my more so. No, I am not. I do not dream of labor.
Okay.
No,
none of us do. Yes.
No.
At all. At all.
Look, we trying to be on that yacht.
We try to be
Come
on
on
that.
now.
Yeah.
Come
So
on
where can
out.
people find you?
People can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is, what is my Instagram?
At Dom_LA.
Yes, that is my Instagram.
Why was I like at Big Dom?
I was like, wait, what is my Instagram?
I thought it was Big Dom.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
It's crazy though, because I'm really as social as I am on there. Outside of that, I'm not that active. So you're not gonna see me posting on Twitter or Facebook or TikTok. I consume. I think once Instagram phases out, I think I'm done as far as participating. But I will definitely consume content because it helps me
From
do my
everybody
job
else.
well.
Yeah. Same.
That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I don't think I
love
can
it.
take on any new platforms.
Girl,
No,
me neither,
I'm-
honey.
I am Twitter
What
and
do we Twitter?
Instagram
Yeah.
only. I
Yeah.
can't do anything else.
Twitter and
And
Instagram.
I think because my stories are like memes most of the time. I'll be like, oh, I like that. Add to story.
Repost.
Yeah, literally. I like that. Like,
They need to stop. I can't do another app. I'm sorry.
I can't.
How many times can I say the same thing?
no, I can't do
That
another
part.
app. No.
Well, my marketing hat.
Okay.
They're all designed to work together. Now we're getting a little extensive with the X, which Twitter is now X, and
Right.
Threads, and what's the other new black-owned one? Like
Spill.
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing. But I will say, if you are like a content creator, my background is in digital and tech. I worked across major platforms, some of the ones we're talking about, and if you have a business, if you're selling something, if you're marketing, promoting something, or if you have a voice, some information or words that you want to share or moments or whatever, absolutely do it. But understand, YouTube is for long form. That's where you go and you can reach so many people around the world. It's like the number one thing, right? Instagram, that's where you build community. You mostly talk to people that you know, you DM, you share memes, but it's really more of like, these are my people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, TikTok, that's where you go, just short form. I want to be funny. I want to do this. I want to do that. Twitter is, or what was Twitter, is where you go for conversation and where you want to share like words, no visuals, or you just want to expand and build on the story. If you use them the way they are designed to be used because you're marketing, selling, or promoting something, you will be very successful. It is a free tool. But if you just socializing because you just bored, shame on you.
That part.
Damn.
Okay,
She said,
another
make it make
nugget.
sense, right?
Make
Dom,
it
this
make
was so
money.
great. Thank you so much.
Giving
I can't wait to
gems.
like. I know. I can't wait
Like
to
you left with a gem.
Thank you.
Left
at
with
you.
a
I
gem.
love
Like
that.
have you back on like the netless, and as you're like a New York resident. We're
Yes,
gonna-
Yes.
invite me back. I will come back as much as you want.
Yeah, we
people
will.
vote for
Lovely.
me. When G is gone on maternity leave, I will fill in.
I appreciate
It's
that.
gonna
My
be
baby want to fill
double
it for me.
D. No,
Okay.
DD,
It's
DB,
like DD.
and TT.
Yes, I love it.
You
I
can
love
be
it.
Big D.
Yeah,
Big D.
I don't want to be Big D.
Well,
Big-
I want to be DB. I'm Dominique Brown.
Yeah, DB.
Yeah,
it definitely sounds like Big Dick.
Yeah, I was like,
why y'all went sexual with it?
It
was
just
giving Big
sounds like
Dom.
my
No, but it's just the how
Y'all
it's in the
nasty.
culture. Like, no, when people say he can be D,
Yeah.
baby
Right.
daddy or
Right.
big dick.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I'm
Fair.
like,
Fair.
yo,
Look, bye.
goodbye. This is so fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God.